In this video, we're going to talk about why most job boards really suck for high ticket sales, especially the kind of remote high ticket sales that most of you watching this video are probably looking for, with that first thing being the job boards just aren't built for those types of roles. They're not built for commission type roles. They're not built for, remote high ticket sales, selling for coaches, content creators, selling info products, consulting products, advertising agencies. Most job boards are very generic, and they have this catch-all type of mentality, and they're looking more so to volume of jobs rather than the quality of jobs. And in this industry in particular, you really need to know how to vet and sift through a lot of the garbage roles versus the good roles to have a solid job board and have a plate of solid opportunities in front of you. Job boards, generic ones, just don't do that. And because they're not built for any one specific type of role, they don't have usually the proper information that most sales reps are looking for when they're trying to take on an opportunity, especially a commission opportunity. They usually have location, salary, and that's as far as they go. The rest is up to the person that is filling out the job description to detail the role. Whereas on something like Rep Select, what we do is we list out average deal size, close rate, commission percentage, whether it's a base pay, commission only, bonuses, pay per lead, whatever the structure is. You want a job board that lists a lot more information than simply just the salary. And again, leaving it all up to the person typing out the job description, because they usually don't get as detailed as you as a sales rep would want them to be in the first place. The second thing is a lot of these job boards are really focused on the application. They're really resume focused, which is fine for typical roles outside of sales. But sales is not resume focused. Sales jobs are more communication focused. So what a good job board would have to have for something tailored to high ticket or remote sales, it would need to showcase the communication skill and style of the rep. Role play recordings would need to be easily integrated. Intro videos would have to be a central part of the application process, as that is the number one thing business owners are looking for. And anything else that showcases how that rep communicates and their sales style and sales ideology, these are things that just don't get translated in a typical resume. Lastly, job boards just don't filter out between different types of sales opportunities. They don't filter out between, kind of more corporate tech sales roles. They don't filter out between the info product, more startup industry of, it's called remote high ticket sales, but realistically it's more better labeled as info product sales. And they don't filter out from the more kind of spammy stuff that people don't really want to do, which is the MLM, sometimes insurance type sales that are more of a freelance entrepreneurial journey. They all can be to some degree, but especially the ones that are totally MLMs that just want you to recruit other people, that are labeled often as sales roles when they're really not sales jobs. They're not traditional jobs in any way, shape, or form. They're not jobs in the sense. They're more of, I don't know what you want to call them, but they're just not what most sales reps are looking for in general. And job boards just don't do a good job at filtering these things out. I know at Rep Select, we just don't even allow MLMs in these kinds of places to post on our platform. So, pairing all of these things together, a sales rep looking for a high quality remote sales job, tech sales, they'll find some good ones on these typical job boards. But when they're talking about info product sales jobs with advertising agencies and these other types of opportunities outside of the corporate world that are still remote, that they still have a good opportunity to earn, six figures and multiple six figures in a role, you're really just going to struggle because of those missing details on job boards, because the applications are just resume focused and it's not what business owners are looking for. So they don't really use them too often. And the fact that these job boards don't filter very well. So you're going to be spending hours to find, a handful of the types of roles that you're looking for. If you are looking for a better platform, that's why we built Rep Select, to solve all of these issues. And we also have a ton of other trainings to help you filter job opportunities if you do want to still look on those other platforms as well to sift through. But Just know that when you are sifting through these platforms, it is a matter of time. How much time are you willing to spend sifting versus how much time do you want to be spending actually applying and speaking to business owners? Hopefully that helps. See you guys in the next video.